2013. We're gonna, of course, start with the euro, and we're gonna actually, before we start, just want to draw your attention to some of the fundamentals. Well, we're expecting in about 20 minutes the USD preliminary GDP, and also what we should say is that there will be major like event risk within the JPY pairs. As you know, the BOJ is in the yen cross. The BOJ is electing a new governor today, if I'm not mistaken, overnight. They have officially nominated. What was the guy's name? Let me have a look at my. My briefing. It was BOJ governor nominated is Nakaso. No, not Nakaso. Kuroda. The two deputies that were nominated are Iwata and Nakaso. They are known, all of them, for being fans of the policy which is right now going in within the yen. So upon their election, hopefully in 10 days, they're going to be voted in and sworn or whatever they have to do. And on the 3rd and 4th of April, for sure we're going to have a catalyst within the yen crosses, because that's the first meeting they're gonna hold. But I think that upon the election of these three guys, we're gonna have serious upside in the yen crosses. Okay, pound doing something silly. You can see it on your screens. I told you to be careful with the pound over here, as it could, just randomly go to the upside without any warning. Okay, I don't know if you basically understood what I was saying about the fundamentals. If you haven't read up on the BOJ, what's been going on over there, have a look. It's good to know the people that are gonna be dictating the monetary policy, in the yen crosses, and for that matter in any pair. It's good to know what their views are, what their history is. Do your checkup. It's only normal. It's not even fundamental. It's just basic knowledge for every trader, like common knowledge. Okay, let's get started with the euro, and let's see what we have over here. Okay, so euro, what we have, and it's really annoying, is we had our 130.32 to 130.187 traditional halfway back for the week this time, and it traded to the front run of about, depending on your price server, between, I checked it on multiple price servers, between 3 to 6 pips, and we literally, on one of the accounts which we manage, we didn't get filled for 3 pips, and on my personal account I didn't get filled for 2 pips. Extremely frustrating. I couldn't have a look at a proper look at it last night. When on the morning when I woke up, it was trading around these parts, and to be honest, I was not willing to sell at this level. It's just drifting in the middle of nowhere. So what we, we were expecting this. We were just not expecting, such a, it's not a large front run, but such a front run of the level. As you can see, the first original halfway back, it's very similar to what we had in the previous, after the run to the downside and reaching the target. This is pretty much what we had, the same thing. It was, breaks it, doesn't respect the halfway back long, and suddenly decides that it's valid. So this was the first time it traded, and from here in the morning we tried to defend this next in the series. As you can see, we had a small reaction. However, we broke it, and right now, what is supposedly trading also with a pretty big front run is all the way halfway back. Also, this is basically, we reversed directly from the profit target of the morning short. As you can see, it's drawn from over here. We reversed from here. So also this thing is gone. However, we can make a case, for this holding right now. So euro pretty scrambled, and US GDP is gonna be the catalyst for the week. Supposedly, we didn't see much reaction on both of Bernanke's speeches. We didn't see much reaction on last night on Bernanke, on Draghi's speech, and they were expecting, the only last thing that we can make a case for is maybe they are scared, banks are scared, or whoever is on the other side of this monitor is scared from what Bernanke can say on Saturday, which, if I remember correctly, let me check it up. He has a conference on low long-term interest rates. We'll see. I don't know. It looks stupid, to say something different. He had 2 occasions this week to speak in public. So, okay. So the euro, extremely annoying. Front runs here, front runs on the short side, front runs on the long side. You could say it's just drifting in the middle, waiting for the news. It's going to be, we have 15 minutes till the news breaks, and it's going to be violent. We'll see if it comes out with expectation. Maybe we're not going to have such a huge reaction, but if it comes much better than expected or much worse than expected, we're going to see definitely some moves. Okay, guys, do you have any questions about the euro? I don't know what more to talk about over here. There is the possibility maybe that we can trade all the way halfway back if we get up much worse than expected GDP. The euro is going to catch a lot of strength, I guarantee you. And there is a possibility for us trading over here, but for this whole downside that we had to get faded, such an easy manner, doesn't look it. Plus that we have the staircase down market, which looks to be perfect, but we'll see. Okay, not a lot to talk about within the euro. Extremely untechnical, extremely annoying. Okay, guys, just a sec. Okay, guys, we just deleted the orders that we had in the morning. We'll see. It's just that the shorts, if you front run the level enough, which Simeon did, it's you should be free on this. You should be free on this short. So no point of keeping something that is free already. You're just exposing yourself to a lot of risk. Okay, any questions regarding the euro? Very simple. Larger support level is the 128.755. There is the possibility of us trading with an anchor at the over here. Although, making an analogy back to 2010, this price action is very similar, of course. We've been discussing this. Making an analogy back to 2010, we should trade the full, absolutely full, bottom to top, halfway back, which comes at the 128.755. Okay. I presume you don't have questions. This is more than straightforward. Okay, going to the pound. Pound, I told you guys to be very careful with this thing over here because don't initiate trades if you're not in from above. The pound is just at a point where you could just decide and go straight to the upside. Assuming, can you just yep. So as you see, we held. There is definitely some support for us at the 1.508 level. There's something over here. As you can see, we've reacted 3 times off this level, almost perfectly. Since then, we had one halfway back, which went to target. After that, went to retest. You can make a case that we held perfectly the same anchor new high over here. Right now this thing is to target. So if this long is short, excuse me, is to be broken, we should trade directly in exchanges. So we'll see in the next few minutes what's the deal with this thing. So if we have to be extremely technical, of course, we're in for a same anchor new high as targets have been reached. So we expect to see some participation at the 151. We'll see. We'll see. It's going to be interesting how it happens and what happens. Okay. If and only if we break out of this halfway back short, to be honest, the only thing solid above us, and I've had a look at this. Let me have a look at it on a long-term chart because it is a bit better. GBUSD. The only thing which we have solid above us is an extension drawn from a 156.293, 2 lows, which gives us a participation low in the 153.95, excuse me. That's a long way to the upside. I know that most of you, see the pound very weak, upside is very skittish. I agree with you guys. It's just that pound tends to do these things, and I've showed you where the long-term support in the pound is. It is possible, and in an even more aggressive situation, if we break this, just covering all angles over here, if we break this thing, there's nothing nothing to stop us going back to the 163 level, retesting prior highs. So just be careful with that. Okay, enough of me scaring you with this thing. Just have it in mind. Don't trade aggressively against it. So we'll see how it goes. Okay, Aussie dollar. Okay, the Aussie has traded possibly support at the 1018. We are right now, if I'm not mistaken, within a halfway back, which is not valid. We have it's not right to draw this, but still we're getting a reaction off of it. we're getting a reaction off this 50%. This is not proper because we have not reached the target of the larger long setup, a short setup, excuse me. So we have no right, within the system to draw this, but still, we are getting a reaction off of it. It will be interesting to see what happens. The strange thing is that overnight, if I'm not mistaken, we had some bearish news regarding the Aussie, and guess what happened? We went straight up. It was this thing was brutal. So the 1176, 118 depends on how you draw this. If we pull up a 4-hour chart, let me do that. Okay, if we pull up a 4-hour chart, and we have, if you draw this from the 0.972 anchor to high, you can see that we've had previous participation on this level. That's why I would like to see this level. So could be that we have, a small front run. As we have the dip over here, it could be that we have a small front run. So the Aussie can technically be trading larger support level. Just have it in mind. And this market looks extremely very dangerous. This is a dangerous market. This is a kind of market that can suck you in and pretty much take your profits away. So we had a very good Monday. Keep your stops tight. Don't be too generous with your money. We'll see how it goes. Okay, and of course the pairs that we're most interested in. It is the JPY, Euro JPY. As we've, I told you guys, the 119.590, 605 depends on how you draw it. Has provided some support for us, and we rallied yesterday off of this level, trading right back. I told you guys that I'm expecting this thing to trade the halfway back. Of course, very big front run again. I don't like these front runs. This thing, technically it has gone down, traded halfway back. So, halfway back before trading the short. Looks very much like Euro USD, and it should. On the short side in the morning, we had this, which we're inclined to think that when we put the 65% level, and we should thank Steven, for sharing this insight with us, this observation. It's a perfect, almost perfect hold. I am willing to consider that this thing is a hold, and especially since we had we're having a reaction of the same anchor new low. Actually, next in the series, excuse me. You're seeing that we're getting some participation over here. Okay, so of course USD GDP in 4 minutes will definitely change the things that we're looking at right now. For one way or another. Yep, George says everything can plunge, but if yen crosses, it's going to be brutal. Yeah, if USD GDP goes properly, we'll see. We're not betting on fundamentals, and we're not fundamentalists. Okay, guys, I see you have no questions, and it's it's pretty straightforward. Unfortunately, over here, front running again, not filling this thing. Extremely annoying. And pretty similar thing in the yen, in the USD/JPY, bouncing off the level that we identified multiple times, and trading an extension long. And right now it's next in the series, 15-minute short, trying to keep this thing, trying to hold on to it. But actually, in the morning, the yen USD/JPY was perfect. Was a perfect hold of the 61.8% line. went perfectly to target. You could make a case for same anchor new low. You could make a case for a next in the series over here, as you can see. We'll see how it goes. For larger levels, it's just revisited the halfway back short, and definitely they're selling over here. So there are participants on the short side, but also there are participants on the long side, as you see. This level, though 91,200 approximately, provides support for us for now. But that's just for now, for the next 3 minutes. Let me just very quickly go through gold. I just want to cover all the instruments before we have the GDP, because things are going to probably look a lot different. Okay, gold broke the extension short that we had, and we discussed. So right now in gold we have the 1697 high over here, this top, to this low, and gold has not traded. I can say for gold clearly that it has not traded. It's gold is very very technical. So gold has not traded the 50%. Has gone down to trade the long first, which gives me a bit of information over here. Makes us think a bit. Okay, and in the last minute before the GDP print, very quickly, Euro Aussie getting participation off the next in the series traditional. Traditional long, which is, it was very, we talked about this and we discussed it with Steven, if this thing is valid, because there is two ways to look at the short side over here. One is that we have a series of shorts drawn from 20 seconds. Maybe we should discuss this later. Okay, we're gonna discuss this later, guys. I'm gonna just put this chart away. We're gonna see what's going on, what's gonna happen on US GDP. Very important. Okay, don't hold your breath now. Okay, dollar yen, trying to sell off here. We'll see how it goes. I have no idea, George. Seriously, I have no idea. I am totally lost right now. We are nowhere. I hope this thing provides a cal.
The dollar yen is not nowhere. It's a halfway back short, and from the halfway back short, it has series of shorts.
You can say the same thing about Euro JPY. It's in the next in the series. Euro JPY is next in the series traditional. Okay. Jobless claims. Okay. U.S. jobless claims 344K. Excellent number. GDP print, is it getting?
Much less than expected.
Okay.
So very bad news. That means more QE.
Okay.
That's pretty bad, actually.
Okay, just a ton of data. 344K is the claims. Preliminary GDP is 0.01% versus expected 0.05%. No, 0.5%. Sorry, guys. I cannot believe we're not getting a reaction over here. Market is lost. Seriously, they don't know.
It is going to get a reaction. Just waiting. Money.
Okay, implications here are for dollar to get crushed. This means more QE. Bernanke clearly said he's not gonna back down until he sees the economy grow properly and jobs go the right way. Okay, Euro trying to catch.
Jobs are going the right way, so that means actually the GDP is irrelevant. That is the problem.
Yeah, George is right about that.
That is why we're not selling off with this very GDP.
Yeah, he is right. Jobs are good, and mixed signals basically from the economy.
Okay, I think we'll give it away. Short the track. 24 page stop. What do you think, Alex? You're lost.
I'm just gonna show the middle finger to this market and not trade. Okay, Euro Aussie, probably the best buy out there. I don't know what to say, seriously. I wasn't this long early in the morning, but I was very stingy about the stop loss. So probably
Don't you get crushed.
Euro Aussie is gonna just gonna run to the upside now.
The target of the only door shorter exactly where your long is. I'm just saying.
Okay, and getting back to Euro Aussie, this economic data is. I cannot believe we had no catalyst this week. Seriously, I'm extremely. I'm gonna sit on my hands, guys. I'm seriously lost here. Sometimes it's better not to trade, and then. Okay, Euro Aussie. Let me just focus on the matter at hand. This is the first time we kept this all the way halfway back. So from there, I think we have had. Where was it from? Okay, let me just have a look at the series, how they went. Okay, so once, then twice, and then the next in the series, goes to target perfectly. Next in the series, let me just get rid of the previous retracement so you can see what I'm talking about. So next in the series gets crushed, and this thing gives an ambush long and gets a reaction. Pretty much everybody, who took this, are riskless over here. What we were debating with Steven is that we could have potentially on the short side from this anchor, the 130.18. It's goes to target, and then it's the same anchor, new high, perfect hold both times of the 61.8% line, which is a bit worrisome over here. Perfect hold. And if we have to be 100% technically correct, we have front run all the way halfway back from the origination of our series, and we have traded a long first now. Coming from a larger long, this thing looks very bullish right now. Okay, have it in mind. We're a bit, we're not lost. We are aware of all the retracement, all the options. It's just that the market is not moving. It's probably the most frustrating thing you can incur in a market. It's just not moving. Doesn't want to move. Okay, we're gonna continue observing in here. Meanwhile, guys, do you have any questions? Yep, Stephen, I agree. Just we talked about it in the morning with you in the chat. It's just all levels have been front runner. Probably I shouldn't say it's the best play, but dollar yen probably the best play on the short side here. As it retested its a short setup and traded perfectly to its 50, because euro yen, euro USD, both front running longs and shorts, and don't know what to say, to be honest. Actually, euro JPY not fronting. It's long setup. It's an extension also. That's my mistake, guys. I'm sorry. We're not looking for a full halfway back here. We're looking for an extension. Also, the pound, doing what we don't want it to do. Yeah, your Aussie definitely sometimes it's actually not sometimes, most of the time. But way to trade that larger level over there, it was just traded to the pip and made a statement what it wants to. I'm sure we're gonna have plenty of upside because I'm looking for bearish signals in general in the Australian dollar, and it looks a lot very weak. It's just the euro has to go down to 128.7, trade larger support levels so we can have the longs filled, and you know if maybe we can have one more go at the full halfway back within the euro Aussie. It will not be uncommon, I think. I'm personally looking for that. Okay, and officially I can say the market participants don't know what's happening right here. They don't know. I have not seen so much event risk in 1 week with so little price action. And the only day that we didn't have event risk, the Monday, the market ripped, like properly ripped. Seriously, I don't know. It's just maybe I've just been of not being long enough in front of the screens, and we'll see. Um, just saying, guys. Okay. This was pretty much it for today. Hope we helped you with the retracement, and I'll see you tomorrow.